Hola and welcome everybody. I'm Christian from Expert Zone UK and I, working with Microsoft, and this is my lovely co-host Hannah. Say hello, Hannah.
Hi Hannah.
Hi, Hannah. So I see we've got a few people in chat already. Today we are here. We're going to talk about Xbox. That's what we're here for. We're here to talk about some Xbox topics, and we're going to talk about some ways that you can unlock playfulness with Xbox and a slightly unique way. But first, let's see who's in the chat. I see we've got Dave Atkins in the chat talking about my hair again.
Got
You're
the
right.
compliments
I do.
coming.
I love the compliments about the hair. Compliments, digs. I don't mind. I do need more hair gel, so I probably will buy out the rest of the UK later when I need some more. And we've got the amazing Chew in chat as well. I can see some comments about Halo, which is great. We love to see what you guys are playing. Love to hear about what you're enjoying, what you're playing. So to get things started, let's talk about consoles. Okay, so we're here to talk about Xbox. You can't talk about Xbox without talking about the two next-gen consoles that we have. And we're really lucky to have two consoles to suit two different needs. Now, I know what I use, but Hannah, what console are you using at the moment? What's your go-to console and why?
So I actually use the Series S. And the main reason I use the Series S is space saving.
Nice.
So me and my partner are both gamers. We have two TVs in our living room, and a plethora of consoles. In fact, I've still got a 360 downstairs as well. So I need all the space I can get, and so the Series S is good for that. I'm also not using the 4K TV. My other half has stolen that for his consoles. So because of that, I don't need the graphical output of 4K from the console I'm using. So the Series S suits me just fine, to be honest.
I think that's a really important thing that a lot of people don't think about. I'm an S user. I've got an S. It's not always the one that I use, but actually where I use my S, I'm not using it on a 4K TV at all. Most of the time it's either on a monitor and I've got headphones on, or it might be on a TV that doesn't do 4K, because the one that does 4K is obviously the biggest TV in the biggest room in my house where I watch all my movies and play all my games. So exactly, like, it's perfect. And you know, one thing I love about the S as well, it's so easy to move. If I want to take it anywhere, I've just been away for the weekend to Liverpool, my S went with me, and it was great because it didn't take up a lot of space in bags. Great, all digital as well. Now, I use X, like I just said. I actually using the X more at the moment for that 4K reason. So I'm tending to use my Series X more because I can put it on my big 4K TV downstairs, and I've sort of been replaying a lot of physical discs that I've got as well. So obviously with the backwards capability from like Xbox One, I'm actually sort of replaying some of those games and getting the smart delivery aspect for it as well, which is great. So I haven't had to purchase new games, which I've absolutely loved. So Yeah, so what consoles are you guys playing? Are you playing PC? We want to know what you're using sort of out there. So whether you're playing on Xbox, whether you're playing Xbox games on PC, because I do that quite a lot as well. I tend to sort of hop between multiple different consoles. Like, and I know you do this as well, Hannah. So like I'll start a game on an S and I'll continue on an X, or I'm streaming from my laptop right now. And actually, like we were like, talking earlier, and I had Grounded on my laptop, right? So it gives me the ability to sort of hop in and out of stuff, which I absolutely love. So what are the guys saying in chat? What TVs and stuff have we got? What
So
Xboxes?
we've got Sai's PC player, and
Ah,
I understand
nice.
that. I get that. I have been playing a lot more on PC and natively on PC, not just cloud gaming as well, which is good. Though Adam has been cloud gaming quite a lot. Represent.
Shout
So
out
yeah,
to Adam Jones. Yeah.
directly on the TV as well, because of course on the Samsung 2022's
Yes.
TVs you are able to directly game on. So yeah,
Nice. Yeah,
perfect.
I like that comment. 4K monitor, 4K monitor. See, yeah, that's
Hmm.
where actually, but obviously with the S, you've got the 4K upscaling as well, but you've also got the 4K media. And actually, I sort of I tend to use the 4K media probably a little bit more than sometimes the games, because when I'm at home and it's late at night, there's other people in the house. I sort of don't want to distract people, so headphones in. I can watch sort of upstairs, I can monitor what my daughter's doing, and it's great. So yeah, Adam Jones with the cloud gaming, those beat us to that. So is that something you use, Hannah? Is anybody else in the chat using cloud gaming at the moment? Have you tested it with sort of like the xCloud services for Xbox and PC? Love to know.
I'd like to get my hands on one of those nice new Samsung 2022 TVs to test it out, but instead, because I've not got one of those, I do tend to cloud game either on my mobile phone, because I do like the touch controls for some
Ah,
games.
yes.
Dead Cells is fantastic using touch controls on mobile, and it's nice, quick roguelike game. So I tend to use that quite a lot when I'm out and about.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Do you know, I didn't even think of like the touch-based element for phones, and actually, it's something that you can do. And actually, so many more games now have that enabled as well. Like, what to see the other day? Gears 5, you can use touch controls for Gears 5 for mobile. I
That's
was
cool.
like, that's ridiculous, right? Like Gears 5 is an intense game.
Yeah, I've
360
played through
graphics.
that a while ago. I think a while ago. I was playing Gears 5, but it's a fantastic game.
Okay, so S, who would you recommend an S for? What sort of user would you recommend an S for?
Um, to be honest, I think it can stretch across. So definitely someone who prefers to download the games like has to be a winner. So to be honest, I'm gonna go for families are great. So one of the key things with when I was a kid is I was a nightmare for scratching up discs, right? I
Yeah,
didn't put them away properly, anything like that. You don't have to worry about that with the Series S because it's all digital. You've not got any discs to scratch. So you're always going to be able to play games, no having to like you could blow on the disc,
yeah,
like rub it on the shirt to keep it like
like
clean if you
that.
ever did that. Yeah.
Yeah. I've lost a few. I've still got a few discs that I've sort of still own that I can't like. I should want to bin them, but for nostalgic purposes, that they've just still got them because they don't work anymore. But yeah,
Mhm,
that's a great reason to be fair. And one thing about the digital as well is obviously you can just download it across multiple different consoles, which is great and
mhm.
so much easier. But I suppose actually, like talking about digital elements of stuff, like Game Pass is great for that. Like I
Yeah.
love Game Pass. I've got like games of shame that haven't even started yet because of Game Pass. Like X, for instance, great for someone that's got a huge backlog of like discs and wants that true 4K 120. But if you haven't got loads of discs and you're just starting to get into game, S is the way forward. And this sounds crazy. I've got two S's in my house.
Yeah.
So like they are great to own. So talking of games, what games are you playing at the moment now?
So I've actually gone way more towards a few more indie titles at the minute. One of the ones, and I'm actually gonna get a little bit of a video up for this in a second. So one of the ones I've been playing is Chained Echoes. When I was a teenager, I was really into Japanese RPGs. And actually, I'd kind of fallen out of the rhythm of playing those games for a while, especially turn-based combat. And then my friend recommended me this. So this is Chained Echoes, and it goes way back. So it almost has that really reminiscent of like those old school
Oh,
Final
I love it.
Fantasy feels, like that very
Yeah.
pixelated format. It's turn-based combat again. The storyline for it as well is just really in depth. It's really nice. It is obviously for a bit of an older audience at times. However, it's just fantastic to sit and play and get lost in a complete fantasy world. So it's
I
definitely
love
one I
it.
need to play more of it. I haven't had as much time at the minute to be playing, but yeah, no, the characters, the art style, it's all really nice to play, and it's not something I would necessarily have picked up without Game Pass either. Like I said, I hadn't heard of it until a friend recommended it who was also playing Game Pass, and he said, because it's on there, you've got to download it, let me know what you think. And it created a nice talking point as well. He'll be so happy that I've mentioned this game as well, because
I,
he's really obsessed with it even more than I am.
I'm not gonna lie, I love the look of it. Do you know, I haven't even seen this. This looks awesome. I love this sort of like the graphical stuff. It's got that old sort of like nostalgic feel of like the era that I grew up sort of playing games. This
Mhm.
looks like a great game to play. What
It
game?
really
I would love to know what games like people that are watching are playing at the moment, especially what Game Pass games they're playing. So like
mhm.
that looks absolutely amazing. I didn't even know that was on Game Pass.
Yeah,
Like
so
so,
it's fairly recent. It's come up in the last couple of months. And I've just got a shout out Sai here as well. It's such a cool platform. It is. 'Cause
it
like I said,
is.
would never find or play games like that. And it but it also allows you to replay games that maybe I've bought on other platforms. So for example, when I started Stardew Valley way back on my first ever playthrough, that was on PC, but then it was on Game Pass, and so I could then play it on Xbox. And actually my longest running playthrough is now the Game Pass version that I've got.
Yeah.
Shout out if anyone ever wants a tour of the farm, I will happily do a live stream just touring my Stardew Valley farm, because I've put the
I
detail into it.
I'm sure we can work that out into a live stream. I'm sure we can get that to work. But you're right, actually. Like when I think about it, most of the games that I probably play a lot of the time on Game Pass are those games that I've owned on other platforms that I absolutely adore. So, like, obviously, the Bethesda purchase has been sort of it's old news now within the gaming world, right? But actually, sort of a lot of those games are games that I always sort of go back to. Anybody that's like spoken to me or like watched in live stream, like the Fallout series for me, like I absolutely love them and like I always go back to them. But those older games that like you might have had that you might have got rid of, or you might not have that console, or like whatever for whatever reason, it gives you the ability to like play them, which I absolutely love. Like that old school, like multiple generations of games. Um, so yeah, I completely agree with that. So like,
An update as well on the Bethesda. So when we were doing the developer direct, I said I was going to get back into Elder Scrolls Online.
you
I was going to
did,
give it a good play. Can confirm I have done that. I have started playing it. I have gone for a stealth dark elf archer, and I'm
yeah.
loving the playthrough at the minute and getting back into it. Cannot wait for the new content that's going to be up and coming.
So what other games are you playing? Obviously, you've shown us that one. Like that's one star. What other styles of games are you playing at the moment?
So I need to really, really complete Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I loved
Yeah,
Origins when that came on. Really, I'd forgotten a lot in to do with the Assassin's Creed. I hadn't really played past Black Flag, and then Origins came out onto Game Pass, and I was like, "Do you know what? It's free. I'm gonna give it a go. Like, see what it's like." And then yeah, I really enjoyed it, and started then completed that, started playing Odyssey, and it then sat in my pile of shame for a bit. So I do need to finish it.
oh,
I
my pile
also
of
need
shame's ridiculous.
it's so
Yeah,
bad. I've had as well Persona 3 and Persona 4 sat in there since they really came onto Game Pass in January. Because completed Persona 5, and yeah, was like, oh, I'm gonna jump straight into them. And then new stuff came out, like, so
yeah.
yeah, they're the ones currently that I need to get back into. I need to complete.
It's, you see, I'm sort of the same. So like, I keep going back to State of Decay. I love State of Decay. I love that style of game. And obviously, like, there's talks of the new one with like Unreal Engine 5. So like, I always go back to stuff like State of Decay. Skate 3 for me is just like one of those games that I can play for the rest of my. If I had one game for the rest of my, I'd probably play that. But my pile of shame is like racking up. It's I've like because Hi-Fi Rush came out in January, that like went straight to the top of the pile. So we started playing Hi-Fi Rush like automatically. But like GoldenEye's been released, so I need to start playing GoldenEye. That's in the pile of shame. I've got Atomic Heart, which I downloaded, which was pre-downloaded for the day that it released. I haven't even started it yet. Like, like and like Forza 5, I always go back to Forza 5 because I grew up in that era of sort of like driving games where you could mod your cars and like consoles that were starting to go to disc. So I grew up in that sort of era. So I remember like cartridges and things like that. Sort of my main sort of take it was like the disc era. So I'm used to that sort of like those driving style games where you can mod your car. And so I love them. And obviously like so Forza's great for that. So for me, it's just a quick switch it on and start playing it. But all those other I did play Scorn though. So that overjumps everything because I just love the idea of it. But the pile of shames, like ridiculous. It seems like every week, like Wulong Destiny's been released, right?
Mm-hmm.
When are we going to get time to play that?
It's definitely a good complaint to have is too much choice sometimes. Like I would rather have too much choice but be able to find something I want to play and enjoy than not have that choice.
Exactly. And like we did the International Women's Day post yesterday, right? So I saw that and then I was like, okay, I've played all of these, and then like Dishonored, like I was like, oh, Dishonored, like, and then that's just comes in and out, and then I think about like Hellblade, I'm like, oh, well, that's Hellblade, and then Deathloop's in there, like I haven't even played Deathloop yet, and it's like it's been on Game Pass for like months now.
Yeah, and I also need to go back to Deathloop. I love the humor in that, and yeah, just there is ridiculously so much good choice, and especially when new content comes out all the time. So it's like I've just gone back to Disney Dreamlight Valley because they released new content in it, and of course it was Stitch. I mean, I have blue hair for a reason. Stitch is one of my favorite Disney characters. I was going to go back on there just to make sure Stitch was in my game. So, and can confirm is definitely there.
So before we go on to new games that we're waiting for, I think we've got a trailer somewhere.
Yes, we do. Which the Xbox trailer that you would like, Christian? Is that the one?
Yes, yeah, we've got a trailer, and some of these games have been released, but there's a couple on here that I actually really want to talk about because they look super exciting, and they sort of suit my style a little bit. I know there's a couple you're excited for as well, but I want to know what other people are looking forward to.
Let's get it up then. Let's see. Let me do it. There's Forza Motorsport for you, Christian, as well.
At the beginning.
I'm so excited.
Before leaving our place of comfort, before being tried and tested, we can feel it. A rush of pure anticipation.
Grounded.
This is another one I need to play. Is Grounded. I've not tried it yet.
It's really good. Starfield though baffles my brain.
Sometimes we won't have a goal at all.
Have you played Flight Sim?
Ways unexpected.
Not much, not much.
To lose ourselves.
I haven't even played Hello Neighbor yet.
Pentament's good. If you've not played that, that's really fun. And again, a game I probably wouldn't have played without Game Pass.
High on Life.
Here we are at the beginning once again. With everything in front of us, infinite new worlds to explore, and every feeling yet to be felt. Good luck. Have fun.
That's it. I know it's easy for us to get super excited about games on Game Pass, but it still sort of baffles my brain a little bit that people aren't on board with it, because like the amount of games that I find from Game Pass is ridiculous. Like there's loads of games in there that I'm just, like super excited about. Like Starfield, the map for Starfield is sort of they've announced, so it looks ridiculous. But like Forza Motorsport is the game. It's the racing game that I've been waiting for so long. I cannot wait for it. What's every? Have you seen the
I've got.
chat?
I have indeed. I am not that good at accents, Dave. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I was, then sure, voiceover work might be on the horizon, but unfortunately, it's not. But at least I definitely got blue hair, so
You got
that is one
very
thing.
blue hair.
It's very blue today. Honestly, the color green that I had to do just to get the green screen to work, it just means that
Well,
I'm ultra blue.
Adam Jones has shouted Minecraft Dungeons, to be fair, and actually that is a great game to go back to. Like, you can play it and just go back to it, and you can use it from like a mobile device as well. So there's so many different games on Game Pass at the moment, and one of the things that I love, and like we talk about Game Pass, for us it's probably we talk about Ultimate a lot more, right? So
Hmm.
one of the things I love about Ultimate is those games that we can play that aren't necessarily first party titles. So like
Hmm.
EA Play games, for instance. So F122 for me. You can see a running theme here, right? So I'm a driving game sort of person.
Hmm.
Jello Fallen Order. Like, there's so many different games that you can play. And yes, sometimes you might need an expansion, or you might need to maybe delete games, because I've got that many games on my devices at the moment. But it's unreal, like the amount of content that you could play. Like, I reckon I could lock myself away in my house for a year and still have games to play.
Even if stuff stopped coming out, you could
Even
probably
if
do
stuff
that.
stopped coming out. Yeah, exactly. Like, we've got, if you think about the classics, you've got Halo, you've got Sea of Thieves, you've got the Forzas, you've got Gears. There's
Mhm.
hundreds of hours of gameplay from just a few games. And Minecraft. Minecraft's never ending,
Mhm.
and Minecraft is coming out later this year,
It
and
indeed. It is
actually it's coming out
indeed.
next month.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of legends, aren't we?
This looks so good. Now, if anybody is up, so I'm laughing
Mm.
at Dave's comment. If anybody is up for playing some Minecraft Legends when it releases with us, we would be down for that, because I'm
100%. I
sure.
can't say how good it'll be, but
No, same.
an easy victory. That's fair.
18th of April in store, on Game Pass, on PC.
Hmm.
That's like, obviously Adams that mentioned Minecraft Dungeons, and I think the crossover with that for PvP is going to be so interesting. And watching the gameplay footage from like Developer Direct, I was sold. Like, I'm not the quickest at building at Minecraft, so if you need someone to build a fort, I'm not your person. But I'll have a go at, like, you know, being a bad guy and trying to like kill some people. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be better at the battling than the building element of it. Like, I've tried to be that ultra Minecraft builder, and I am not that person. I've seen some
Skill.
amazing things that people have built in there, though. Like, it's insane, like fully working computers people have got going in Minecraft. It's just, I'm so jealous when I see like that creativity and that
It's
element of it. Like, if you can think it, you can make it.
Yeah, like the RAM that we had, like people were creating whole department stores in it, and it's like I wouldn't
Hmm.
even know where to start with that. Just a shout to Dave's comment. I actually drive really slowly. It's like driving Miss Hannah all the time. Like, I should be a chauffeur, because really I'm scared. That's why I do it on a console.
Mm.
Shout out
We've
to
just
Phil.
had Phil as well drop in the chat.
So we've got all these games for Game Pass. We've got all the classics. We've got Halo. We've got Sea of Thieves. There's loads of games,
Hmm.
but we want to unlock some like extra features. And I don't know how many of you guys are aware out there. There's actually some ability to unlock some exclusive content, which is through a very yummy snack called Oreos. I don't know if you guys have seen this or whether you've tried it out, but actually there's some skins for Halo and for Forza cars and for Sea of Thieves that you can unlock just by scanning cookies on Oreos. Now, I
Mhm.
think we've got some clips here of Matt doing it, because literally the minute
We
Matt,
do indeed.
he
Let's
was
just get
great.
this clip up in the right place.
So, for anybody who isn't aware, there are limited edition Oreos at the moment where they have Xbox symbols on the cookies. Now, these are A buttons, they're up and down, and the Xbox symbol. So A, B, Y, all those sorts of things. And you simply just have to scan them like Matt's doing to create an old school cheat code. And this allows you to unlock some Oreo exclusive content for. I bet you Matt picks Halo. Look,
I'd be shocked if you didn't.
look, he's gonna pick Halo. He picked Halo. So you could
Shock.
unlock some exclusive so exclusive like armor, some exclusive skins for the cars. And this is running in this isn't running for particularly long. It's only a few months, only in a few countries as well. So it's a really good way to unlock some extra content for those games that you might have already. And this isn't just for Game Pass customers, this is for anybody that owns the physical games as well, that you can unlock sort of the exclusive skins, which is like really quite good. Have we got a screenshot anywhere, Hannah, still?
We do indeed. We do. Let me just
There we
pop.
are. So these are the three things that you can download, or you can unlock just by making cheat codes as you eat your snacks. Now, I'm an avid Oreo eater. If you put 30 boxes in my house, I would eat 30 boxes. But it's quite cool because it's like an exclusive that we've like Microsoft have done along with sort of like Oreos effectively to make it a little bit more fun and to give it like a little bit of challenge. Now to do this, you just literally there's a QR code on the packet, you scan the packet and it will take you to where you need to go, but you do need Xbox branded cookies. And we've sort of set challenges with our guys in store to go out and get as many people to scan this as possible to see what they can unlock.
I've got to shout
Wow.
out Dave's comment here. Now, I've got to say, Matt has the willpower, more willpower than I did, because I'd be there, scan, eat, scan,
Scan,
eat.
eat.
Like, I
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing very well if I got the code wrong, to be fair. Like, at that point, I'm like, well, I can't really try it because I've eaten the entire packet, which is probably why I've not downloaded any of this content yet.
Well, I've tried, and every time I've tried, I've ate the cookies before I've scanned them. So, Dave, if you want to unlock some codes and you don't want to eat the cookies, I will take one for the team and I will eat them for you.
And if you do manage to choose it, it does look a little something like this when you actually unlock it. So this is where we've
Yeah.
unlocked. We saw Matt had unlocked Halo, the armor, but this is when we've unlocked Sea of Thieves for the Valiant Corsair sail set.
Yeah.
So to make your ship just a bit more unique.
Yeah, I think it's a cool feature, and it opens up the potential to do like other sort of stuff. It potentially, you know, obviously we don't know or what would happen, but it's cool that it's like it's been done, and I could just see Oreo in the chat.
I love this from Phil as well. He bought so many packs.
So yeah, if you manage to unlock some, like we love to hear about stuff like this. It was just a cool little feature where you could unlock some playfulness with sort of your favorite, like some popular snacks, not necessarily your favorite snacks. They are one of mine, so I was super excited to talk about this. I think we've got some gameplay as well with Matt
We
playing.
do indeed.
Yes.
So this is from Matt. He couldn't be here today because he is a busy boy in London, but we still got to show off his amazing Halo gameplay. So this is using his new skin that he unlocked through the Oreo campaign. I think he just sent us this so we could show off, you know, how well he's doing in Halo, because I certainly would not be doing this well. But Matt's got a lot more playtime than me in
A
Halo, so
lot more
fair play to
playtime.
him.
He's got a lot of skins, but it was a cool one to add because there he is dying. Look, and there it is. There is the skin
Yeah, there, now we
or the
can see it.
armor.
He just died so we could see the skin, obviously.
That's
Like it obviously.
that's what he told us anyway. Yeah,
Yeah.
he did that on purpose.
Mhm.
So Oreos, we've got new games coming out. We've got some exclusive content with Oreos. We know Minecraft's coming out next month, so 18th of April. But we've had some new stuff released in the last month or so as well. So we've seen, I don't know if any of you have got these. I'd love to know if you've purchased one already, but we've had some new controllers release, which have been really
Ah,
exciting.
some epic colors. Some epic colors for sure.
So we've got the
Like,
deep pink, we've got the stellar, and the new green. Now the green is obviously it's classic Xbox. It matches that classic Xbox color. And
hmm
the only one I've managed to get my hands on so far is this lovely pink one, which I was really excited for. Adam, you can't say that. So new controllers, and these are great for sort of like gifts, and it keeps it. What I like about these, so I don't know about you, Hannah. I've got quite a few different controllers now. I've got four by me, but I can't reach to the two. Yeah, like they're just out of arm's reach. But the great thing about these is they're great for having multiple different profiles in the house. Like I know that if this doesn't go back to the studio, my daughter will probably end up with this, and it will be the one that
hmm
she picks up and she plays with. Like, and you get the ones with your console. So if you buy an X, you get a black one. If you buy an S, you get a white one. But it gives you that sort of personalization option. And what I loved about this is you can't remake this on Design Labs.
Ah.
So you can make something very similar, but you can't make this exact controller on Design Labs because of a few options. We won't go into those. But these are currently exclusive to certain retailers, and so is the purple one. So if you've got one already, we would love to know. If anybody wants to send me a green one, please do. I'm going to Ireland soon. I think it'd fit really well when I go to Ireland.
So if I was gonna get any of the new ones, it would be the purple shift. I've got to
That's
say,
beautiful.
but I am putting serious consideration into designing myself a controller in Design Labs. I'm definitely thinking about it. It's just whether the bank balance wants to agree with me on
Well,
it.
obviously, you've now got the option to design what standard Gen 9. Alicia loves the pink one. I love this
Mm.
pink one. So you've got the option for Gen 9 and the Elites now in Design Labs, haven't you? And actually, price wise,
hmm
they're not that expensive. I really want to give this some use, but it looks so new and perfect that I just when something's new and shiny and you don't want to damage it.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm clumsy, so everything usually gets scuffed within 5 minutes.
Oh
I'm
no, I've
gonna
just
do a quick
realised.
shout out to Elliot. Hi,
I edit.
Elliot.
I've just realised that Alicia said she loves the pink one, so that means I'm probably losing this.
That she's
I'll
the
put it in the
boss.
post later.
She's the boss. You've got to. You got to do what the boss says,
I
and if
do.
she needs the pink controller, that's it.
That's pretty much wraps it up for us, guys, for what we wanted to cover today. We came on to talk about sort of like Game Pass games. We wanted to make you guys aware of the exclusive content that you can unlock with some yummy snacks. So you can have some snacks, have some exclusive content, and we wanted to talk about the new controllers. Basically, I just wanted to come on and go, look, I've got a new one.
And nobody blame us for the hundreds and thousands of Oreos that they have to eat after unlocking their codes. Okay, we'll happily be to blame for all the content, but no side effects of eating many Oreos.
The side effects of Oreos are not my fault. But we do want to see your skins, and we do want to know if you unlock any. So on our next stream, if you've unlocked anything and you're on, let us know. We'd love to know sort of what you've unlocked, and if you're going to join us in the new controller club. I look at the red and blue now, and I don't get as excited about them as like these. So
Yeah,
it's a
until the
dangerous
next one
hobby, isn't it?
until the next one comes out anyway, and then you can enjoy that one the most as well.
Green, please, Alicia. That's it. That wraps it up today. And I love it, Evangelist siblings. Thank you, Dave.
Aw,
Oh,
always
thank
lovely to
you.
see you, Dave.
It's always lovely to see Dave. And we'll catch you soon, very soon, for some more live streams. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.